So let's get it in. Okay. Okay. So we got oil catch can. It's a good seal. Small valve, obviously. Oof. Toss him in there. Load came right in time. And you need this because obviously these being NA from the factory, PCV comes back in, and under here we've got a breather that comes into the main valve cover over there, and that obviously sees boost because that is in front of the throttle flap that sits right here. So we need to get that out of here because I've been seeing a lot of oil when I pull these pipes, which means that this is seeing a lot of oil. So fortunately we haven't made a ton of boost, but we're planning to make a lot. This is going to save us. We need this. This is going to come in super clutch actually. So they sent a bunch of fittings. This is fresh out of the package, a little wet. Interesting. Interesting. It's dry out here today. It's a breather, which is going to go here. You pull this hole. Put an adapter, bammo, breather. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. The bracket. Little mounting bracket. Yeah, there's a couple things wet in here. Maybe that has to do with some kind of damage. Maybe that has to do with some kind of damaged box during shipping. There was something about a relabel on the outer box that has my address, so we're not going to look at that, but good amount of hose. Evil injury. Those are the guys. Appreciate you for this one. We'll get to the next box. So just to clarify, covered up my address here, but this says relabeled due to damaged barcode label. So I'm going to assume something happened to this box in transit. Relabel. I don't know, but water in the first box. Let's get into the second one now, shall we? Nice, there we go. I love seeing their little imagery on their own boxing. It's always a nice touch. Needed this AN spanner wrench or AN wrench, however you want to. Whoa, 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 whoa. All the bits and tips. Yeah, they've got these rubber. Pretty cool. We've got these. Shout out Meta, hands-free. Gotta love it, right? They got these jaws that you bolt in through the top up here. Ooh. With this hardware. Saw this online. Pretty cool setup. Different size. These are cool. These will come in handy for not marring up your AN, which I've been doing, so maybe during the winter refresh we'll get new AN lines too. There you go. Not bad at all. Maybe even leave those ones on there for now. Tighten them on later. Oh, don't lose things. Open your packages slow. Oh yeah. Cool, so we got two spare sets. Looks like we got a flat set. Probably helps with like assembly. And then another daylight, gotta love it. Another set. really similar to that. Very similar. Very nice. All the hardware, tool. Nice. Needed that clutch. Last one. This is a little hand van on the outside. Don't judge a book by its cover, right? Oh, looks like there was a top. I opened the side. Yeah, that's right. 3-inch V-vans, because I want to V-van my exhaust. This bolt on, bolt off nonsense is getting a little ridiculous. I'm just going to weld the V-van in place of the cheapo band that I got off of Amazon, and V-man this so I can just clamp this on and off. But I need to, so I got one for that, one more for an exhaust. Need to actually, or both, though it'll probably stay just like that, in fact. And I'll probably get another flange. Yeah, I'll get a 4-bolt flange and build an actual exhaust kit for this thing. But copy another 4-bolt flange, build an exhaust kit. Might need, no, these and the 2.5s. What I'll end up doing is, yeah, I'll end up probably using 2.5s to, like, who knows? We'll get there. See, this is what my brain does anytime I'm doing anything. But I'm thinking maybe I use like 2.5s to squeeze the air through a muffler, or catalytic converter, or cherry bomb resonator, something like that. And then come out the back, pump it up to a 3. Kind of tighten the relief flow to build, make sure we've got all the back pressure that we need. Do some measurements and mathematics with that, who knows. But all in all, solid package. Came quick, everything I needed. This is what's going to save the day. So let's show you exactly what I'm talking about that. Let's clean this up and show you what I mean. Okay, area is cleared. So what I'm talking about now with this catch can, here's my PCV valve. Obviously this back feeds right into my intake manifold. Oh, that should be tight. Tight on that side. Anyways, that it feeds into my intake. That could be a leak. May not be, but it could be. Over here, you've got this big port coming out of this side, which is your, with a stock ECU, I happen to be running a Link G4X Extreme ECU in this, so I'm standalone. So things need to change, hence the boost, so on and so forth, and all the extra sensors that you wouldn't normally find on a 1UZ LS400. This is seeing boost pressure from here. Obviously it can, that's the point of a PCV. My research is saying that if this starts to see some, let's just say 14 a bar, 14.7 psi of boost, and it was never intended to in this crank, that PCV valve theoretically was never intended to see that, and could in turn blow the pieces out, turn its guts into smithereens, come through here into here. Now we take that, suck it down through our intake valves, kablooey. Brand new built engine, not built, I mean there's no, it is rebuilt, but and some swaps, metal head gaskets, 425cc injectors. All the questions, ask them in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. But that would just completely destroy everything that we've done here. So hopefully this blow-by is eliminated with this. I believe it will be from what I've seen, and the reviews that I've already got from people who have ran these catch cans. There's some other options that would have suited it better, but as you can clearly see, I'm running out of room, so this can's going to be perfect to fit somewhere like right here, maybe even somewhere up here. It's got a filter on it, so since it's got a breather, I probably want it somewhere where it's going to get away from not coming into my cabin. I don't want any of that steam. Once it does start getting blow by in there, you got to think there's steam. It's venting the atmosphere, not back into my intake manifold, so there's no vacuum pulling it, so it will evaporate whatever's hot out here, and rather than not come into the bay. So it might find a way to get mounted over here somewhere. Yeah, not near the turbo, obviously, not near the firewall. So other than that, you know, I've got a few things to address. We're trying to figure out if there is any exhaust leaks. I just really don't think that there are any. One, if there was, would be this spot down here where, as you can see, it's frayed because it keeps hitting that sway bar. Hit a bad pothole. Portland, gotta love potholes. Hit a bad one, and it hit that sway bar pretty good. Dug through there a little bit, so I'll have to address that. But this is where we're at. I'll come back with an update video to show you. I'll come back with an update video to show you guys once it's installed how everything looks, how everything's working, give you a review. Thanks for watching.